Talk. A live one-on-one conversation, 30 minutes of pure entertainment with musicians, writers, and actors to motivators, chefs, and even rappers to up-and-comings with the it factor. It's the Jazzie KWard coming at ya. Have fun, some smiles, a few laughs. Tune in, chime in, sit back, relax. Have fun, some smiles, a few laughs.
It's Friday, y'all. It's Jazzie After Dark, another edition of the show Artist Talk. I'm Jazzie KWard, your host. It is Friday, but I don't know about you guys, but it's happy hour somewhere. So thank you so much for coming into the show. I know you had a long week. The weekend is here, so we're going to have a great conversation. But before we get into our special guest, what I need you guys to do first, grab your other phone and, go over to KWard Radio. Yeah, over there. Make sure you hit the subscribe button on my YouTube channel and that little notification bell right there. Make sure you hit the bell so you can get the notifications about the show, right? Go back and watch the replays. Then jump over to KWardRadio.com, my website, and make sure you subscribe so you can get all the great notifications about great things happening on the show. Also, something else I want to share with you all. Artist Talk is coming to 90.7 FM WVAS. The show airs tomorrow at 10 a.m. That's Central Standard Time. You can stream the show via WVASFM.org. That's Alabama State University, Saturday Jazz Affair Artist Talk. So my special guest is going to be composer, producer Mike Murray, writer, lyricist, The Owner B. They're going to join me on tomorrow's show. You don't want to miss it. I can promise you that. Well, hey, guys, let's get into the show. I'm super excited about this next duo, pop duo. These two brothers, Ingram Street, R&B vocal duo, consists of brothers Howard and Daniel. They've been singing and performing since they was little bitty boys, So we're excited to have them on the show, but they've been singing since the age of 4 and 6 years old. But I'm kind of new to their music, but when I first found out about them a couple months ago, I was a fan. I promise you. I'm probably one of their probably number 2 fan. I'm sure they got some fans before me too, but I love their music, and you're going to be super excited to meet these 2 guys tonight. But first, I'm going to show you why these guys truly have that it factor. So I'm going to show you a snippet right here on Artist Talk. Let's check it out.
And you look so lovely as the sun shines across your face. A still life picture, oh so perfect, and not even a word you have to say, even when you sleep. So peaceful, like the sky you'll awaken to, even when you sleep.
Show too much because also, and I don't want to show too much because I want you guys to go out and purchase these brothers' music. The name is Ingram Street. Of course, they go by Miguel and Woody. So, ladies and gentlemen, let's share the videos. Let's give them a lot of love, and let's welcome Ingram Street to Artist Talk.
Hey, what's going on?
What's up, Jazzie?
How's it going?
Good. Hey, man, I'm so excited that you guys are on the show. But that song there, you know what it reminds me of? I don't know if you guys remember a group back in the day. I don't know what happened to these. I think they were brothers. You remember a group called Christian?
Yeah.
They had a song like Full of Smoke.
Full of Smoke. Yeah, I remember them. Yeah.
Yeah, I was like, it's giving me that vibe, y'all style. You know, to me, it's not many groups today that have, I think, the styles of the Ingram Street. I mean, you can go back to like Jodeci and other groups back then, but hey, for me, just discovering your music, a saying that we have on the show, shame on me for not knowing who you guys are.
Oh man. Well, thank you, sir. We appreciate it.
We do.
So I always tell people, I'm gonna tell everybody, shame on you if you don't know Ingram Street. But I want to welcome everybody to the show. I see the comments. If you put the comments there, hey, my friend Horace, I saw Rose Lady, we saw Ace. Thank you guys so much. So if you have questions for the group Ingram Street, just post them there, and I promise you, we'll do our best to answer those questions. But again, guys, welcome to the show again. But you know, with so much going on, you know, with the pandemic, what have you guys been up to? I'm sure, of course, we're gonna write new music, right?
Man, it was crazy because last year we had Paper Town was supposed to come out in March of last year.
Okay.
So we had a big show set up here in Columbus at the Columbus Museum of Art.
Museum, yeah.
Okay.
And so we had everything set up, man, and about 2 weeks before the concert, you know, everything started shutting down. So then finally we knew it was just a matter of time. We got the call from the facility, you know, governor's orders, anything over 10, I think it was 10 people at the time, they had to close down the event.
Well, no, first it was anything over 100.
Yeah, but then it just
kept going down because, you know, everybody was that's where it was going last March.
So we ended up having to cancel, and we had like interviews on local stations lined up. We had a lot of things lined up.
Right.
And so there was a brief period where, you know, nobody was doing anything. And, you know, we're sitting around just trying to, nobody knew how long the pandemic would last, how long things would be shut down. So we're sitting on our album and we're just kind of waiting to see if things will open up and then see how other artists are going to navigate the situation.
Right.
And so we started seeing, the verses started coming along.
Yeah. Did you have DJ Cassidy with the
DJ
Pastor
Cassidy
Mike,
with the Pastor Mike, and
you
then,
know, stuff like that, which we love.
And then people started doing creative things to have shows online, and so we had to figure out a way to re-strategize because we felt like instead of waiting until things open up, which we don't know,
right,
let's just re-strategize and release it because we we felt like the music needed to be heard. We had to get it out there.
But let me just interject this because I didn't want to put the album out. I was like, I want to wait until, I don't care how long it takes. I want to wait until we can perform live and everything. But like he talked me into, you know, like you can't always be stuck into, because you can always have a vision of, okay, I want it to be a certain way, but life don't work like that. So you have to, the success is trying to get around the obstacles. So I'm so glad that we released the album and we put it out, and so far it's getting good results, and even in the situation we're in. So that was really good advice.
Yeah, and I can understand your hesitation, because if you think about during the pandemic, you're like, you know, like who's going to listen to the music? But I think it's the perfect opportunity, because what are people doing?
Right.
We need new music. We have to find another way to be innovative. You know, because the pandemic, I always say, is a blessing and a curse, because we have to find another way. You can't go to venues. So as you see other artists doing virtual concerts, did you guys do any like virtual concerts you set up maybe like at home or in a studio?
Not yet, but we are working on that.
Yeah, we actually have something that's in the works right now. So stay tuned. If it turns out the way we want, man, it's going to be really nice.
Yeah. And I'm glad y'all mentioned about the verses and DJ Cassidy. So DJ Cassidy, if you're watching this, I could see DJ Cassidy and DJ Jazzie. You know, maybe we can do some pass the mic, and I'm gonna pass the mic over to the Ingram Street. And then, right?
That'd be cool.
What's up, Tommy? You see Tommy's.
What's up, Tommy? Shout out.
What's up, Tommy?
Yeah.
You know, I also want to give my condolences. So we all heard about the legendary, you know, rapper, you know, DMX, who, I mean, I was a huge fan. You know, a lot of people think that because, you know, like, oh, I do jazz, but I listen to all types of music.
Exactly.
You know, but what impact or what legacy did DMX have for you guys?
Well, me and my brother were talking about this earlier. One of our favorite songs by him is the one he did with Aaliyah called Back in One Piece from the Romeo Must Die soundtrack. Yeah. And you know that, and then he had a collaboration with another artist that we lost too soon, but both very talented. And like you said, you know, he was part of the Rough Riders. You know, I think Eve, the rapper Eve, she was down with that same collective. So we followed. Because we love hip hop too, you know. We grew up listening to hip hop. We have some songs on our album that are kind of hip hop influenced. Not nowhere near that, but still, you know, we would hope that people could hear that influence in our music, that we love hip hop too. And
I would say with DMX, probably like with our personalities, with DMX being the aggressive energy, that's me.
That's him. Yeah, because I was like, when you first start saying our personality, like, wait a minute now, hold on, because we got two entirely different personalities. It's funny because he is the hype man in the shows and stuff like that. He has the energy, but I can do that. I can get there, but it takes me a little bit longer. Like he's already there.
But believe it or not, from a hip hop standpoint, he's actually more hip hop than even me.
Oh wow!
Because even while we were growing up singing, he was in a rap group.
Wow! And
at one time, he was writing more raps than he actually wrote songs.
And nobody could believe that because they look at me and be like, "Oh, you can't rap," but. I had so many times in high school where I had to self-defense battle people because they would talk so much smack that if you back somebody in the corner, they're gonna come out swinging, right? So I had no choice. But we actually had a group when we were in high school called Combination, and Combination it meant a combination of hip hop and R&B. So we did that for a little bit. Yeah.
Yeah, because I was going to ask you, and again, people that's coming on the show, my colleague Angia Johnson. We work together at 90.7. Thank you so much for stopping by the show. Hey, Mr. Is that
hey, what's up, Touche?
I'm going to ask you, you know, just going back about your family musically. Did you come from a musical family? Can you tell us a little bit how you guys got started?
Actually, through our dad. Our dad was a very musical person. There was music always in the house. Like, he didn't care if it was a school night, you know, if he was going to blast the music, he was going to blast it all night. And it's like he had like 4 speakers and he had that bass rocking the whole house. And so we still had to get up and go to school the next day. But that music just kind of became a part of us because it was in the house all the time. and both of our mom and our dad loved music, but it's just my father, he sung, he could sing really good. He always pushed us to perform when we were little. He took us around his co-workers. I remember sometimes we'd have 3 shows in one day where because we have 3 sisters too. And so we had a family singing group when we were really little, and he would make us all sing. So he'd take us around his family, my mom's side of the family. We put on talent shows, and
we would put on variety shows. We would dance, sing, and we would break off into different parts. And
then come back together.
At the end. So
like a little like Showtime at the Apollo. I don't know about you guys, but growing up, me and my cousin Derek, I always tell people this. You guys are from Ohio. I'm also from Ohio. So my cousins, from Cincinnati, me and him, we always did Michael Jackson. Did you guys have anyone you guys imitated?
Absolutely.
I got a story on this one.
Okay.
I got a couple. So it was the end of first grade. Our classroom had a talent show.
Mm-hmm.
And so me and a friend of mine, I don't know if he's watching or not, but Ian Hudson, a good friend of mine, we were in first grade together, and we came up, we did a whole dance routine, the Thriller. We were going to perform on the talent show in first grade. And so we had the record of it. And for some reason, when they were playing the record, man, the record kept scratching. So me and him did the whole dance routine a cappella, man, and the class went crazy. We did the whole the Thriller routine.
I think everybody growing up, we always had that one person's like, we really wanted to be like, because in my home, I grew up around so much music, and a lot of my friends like, well, man, you're I always tell people I'm young, but I have an old soul because I like old music. I mean, I listen to it all, but when you listen at like the Isley Brothers and Earth, Wind, and Fire, how could you not love those guys?
We just went through Billboard magazine, did the stats of each round from verses, and we were going over it, saying what our choices were, of each song by each artist. And I had a lot of ties in there. Like I was like, that's a tie. I can't pick between them 2 songs, because you have 2 iconic groups. How can you? That was such a good pair up to me,
right?
On verses.
So let me ask you: would you guys want to do a verses? And I know. When I state the question, I don't think it has to always be a group or singer that is legendary, but if you had to do a versus, who would you want to do one with?
That's a good question, but I would think that let's just say this. What I appreciate about versus is that I feel like so far the people that they pair up, it's almost like their peers, So like, let's take for example, Brandy and Monica. You had that, they're peers. Then you had Patty and Gladys. They're peers.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know who we wouldn't want to be with someone who obviously somebody who inspired us, or anybody because we're still independent as artists. So anybody on a major label, probably not. So I don't know who would we.
Yeah, just who
would we do?
Their level of respect is just.
Right.
Because it's like,
maybe I don't know, a group of brothers or something. I don't know.
I know. I saw an interview the other day because they were asking Kelly Price, if she wanted to do a versus. She was just like, you know what? No, just book me for a gig. I need the money. Just I'd rather do the shows. Right. But everyone that's tuning into the show, Artist Talk. My special guest tonight is pop and R&B vocal group duo Ingram Street. We're having an up close and personal conversation. We're going to take a short break, and we're going to have more of Ingram Street right after this. Hi, this is Jazzie KWard, your host for Saturday Jazz Affair on FM 90.7 WVAS. Join me for a new segment of Artist Talk. That's 10 a.m. Central Standard Time each Saturday on WVAS. We're going to talk to artists about their music, have great conversation, and much more. That's on Artist Talk on 90.7 FM WVAS. Of course, you can stream the show via WVASFM.org. I hope you can tune in. Hey everybody, welcome back to Artist Talk. Talking with the fellas, pop and R&B vocal group duo Ingram Street. I wanted to ask you, Miguel and Woody, Ingram Street. Is there a story behind the name of the group?
There's a story.
Go
Yeah,
ahead, tell it.
Nah,
Oh, wait a minute. You said it. See,
you got to tell the story.
wait a minute. I don't even know where to start at. Like, okay. I'll start. Okay, I started and you finish it. How's that? Okay, so as we brought out, we were in a group called Combination that in high school. Then we ended up coming into another group of 5 people. It was 3 more guys. We were called Up to Par. We had 2 albums as Up to Par, but the group scaled down to 2 members, and those 2 members ended up being me and my brother. So we felt like 2 out of 5 didn't really represent Up to Par any longer. So we figured we needed to reinvent ourselves, and so our last name is Ingram. We love music, and street. We feel like we came up with that street because street is a way to take you to another destination, and we feel like music should always do that. So there you have it, Ingram Street.
there you have Ingram Street. Did you want to add anything onto that, Woody?
Well, just a side note to that, we were sitting at a BW3s in the summer of 2000.
You don't have to say the year, okay? It was a while ago. It was you don't gotta say the year. Just it was a while ago. Just tell me, we were sitting at BW3s.
We were sitting at BW3s, and that's when we came up with the name. We were sitting around with a couple of friends, and they actually approved of the name.
Okay.
So when we came up with it, they said, "Yeah, has a nice ring."
Yeah,
to
they said it had a nice ring to it, so that's what we stuck with.
Yeah, because just going back, your album is it Escapism? That came out in what, 2015?
Yeah,
2015.
2015, and I know the new project, Paint the Town, which came out October in 2020. But I by the way, the album cover, who did that? I love the artwork.
I drew it. Like
He drew the album.
So yeah, because I like to draw too. Escapism, I drew that one too, but it was the graphic artist. Shout out to Will Flow. He was our graphic artist for both projects. And on Escapism, when I drew it, I sketch. It's more like a sketch. There's no color to it and everything. I just give it, turn it in and say, this is what we want the album cover to look like. And he takes it, brings it to a whole different level. So on Escapism, he really it's notches above what I initially drew. But on Paint the Town, it's my actual drawing, except he added, he added color. He added all the color to it, but that's actually my drawing minus the limousine. He put the limousine in there.
He actually, even on the back, if you turn the back around,
I did.
Will even drew the whole back. I mean, the song titles and everything, and Will, he just did a great job of
bringing it to life. Yeah.
Everything that he drew.
Yeah, like as far as the color schemes and stuff.
And initially, it was funny. We were actually trying to get somebody to actually paint it.
Mm-hmm.
And it just wasn't working out. So I told him, I said, well, man, you draw. Why don't you just draw the album?
Right.
And, when we gave it to Will liked it so much that he felt like, what, I'm going to just work with this.
Yeah, because we didn't know he was going to send us back. I didn't know he was going to actually use my drawing. I thought, I was like, well, I'm going to see what he's going to do with it. But he used my actual drawing.
Yeah, you're looking at exactly how he drew it.
Right. When I saw that, I said, what amazing artwork. So I definitely wanted you to bring that to you guys' attention. I just thought it was amazing artwork.
Oh, thank you.
Our brother Jay Ross is on the line. What's up, Jay?
What's up, Jay?
Hey, what's up, Jay?
Jay, thank you Jay is a good supporter of Ingram Street. Thank you, Jay.
Right. Yeah, Jay is. He's an awesome guy. And
Jay, man, we got mad love for Jay Ross.
That's right, Jay Ross.
Jay, thanks for joining, man.
But hey, guys, Ingram Street, you have a new project, a new song called "Keeping It Special." And so what we're going to do now, guys, I want to premiere the video here in the song, and then we'll talk a little bit about the video and the song and all that jazz, right? So, ladies and gentlemen, we got pop R&B vocal group duo Ingram Street, their latest release, "Keeping It Special," right here on Artist Talk.
come at you, telling you the same old thing. But nothing they could say or do can match the joy I bring. Chivalry overrules instant gratification. Long-lasting love instead could resolve your situation. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, every day of the week. I'll be there to fulfill your every need. All day and night I'm ready, always steady, keeping it special. Just between you and me, I've got your one-stop loving. Don't worry about nothing, keeping it special. Every day of the week, 100,000 things that girl I wanna do for you. When you get home from work, a candlelight dinner for you. Help the kids with the homework. Rub your feet where you say it hurts. Let's go to the ocean and feel the breeze. A trip around the world for you and me. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, every day of the week. Baby, I'll be there to fulfill your every need. All day and night I'm ready. All day and night, keeping it special. Just between you and me. Just between you. I've got your one-stop love. Don't worry about nothing, keeping it special. 365 every day of the week. All day and night I'm ready, always steady. Gonna be steady, it's special. Just between you and me. Don't you worry, I've got your one-stop love. Don't worry about nothing, keeping it special. Every day of the week. You never have to worry, I'll always take care of you. Take care of this promise, I will try every day of my life to keep it special. All day and night I'm ready, always steady, keeping it special. I'll keep it special, baby. Just between every day, every day. I've got your one-stop love. Don't worry about nothing. Yes, I do. Keeping it special. But every day, all day and night I'm ready, always steady, keeping it special. Just between you me and you, baby. I've got your one-stop loving. Yeah, special. Every day of the week. All day and night I'm ready, always steady, keeping it special. Just between you and me, I've got your one-stop love. Don't worry about nothing, keeping it special. Every day of the week.
Woo! Ladies and gentlemen, that was Ingram Street, keeping it special. You know, I was over here, y'all had them Temptations move, and I was over here just grooving, and Woody hit that high note like Elder Bar, and I was, you know, when he came on, what a beautiful song.
Thank you. Yeah, we
Thank
appreciate
you.
it.
And you know, keeping it special. So, like, what's your creative process for you guys when you all get together and collaborate and, you know, and do a song? What's that process like?
That is a great question, because normally, okay, so I do have to share this, that Keeping It Special is actually produced by two people that we highly respect in the industry, Preston Glass
Right.
who's produced Whitney Houston, Aretha, Earth, Wind and Fire, Kenny G, Johnny Gill, the list goes on. And so to have him produce this song is like, am I dreaming? You know, like, wow, we got somebody, you know, who's had so much experience in the industry to produce the song. And then he actually collaborated with Ron Tyson of the Temptations,
Right.
legendary group Temptations, to help us with the song. And so they gave us the freedom to add, you know, and co-collaborate. So they gave us the outline of the song and we came up with some extra things. And so it was a collaborative effort. So we were really happy with the results and we hope that everybody else will be too.
Oh, yeah. So how can we support you guys by supporting your music?
So we have a website, ingramstreet.com. Well, I'm sorry,
ingramstreetmusic.com.
I was just correcting.
Okay, but I'm
Calm
part of the
down.
group. Okay, so we got to make sure together this is a group effort.
ingramstreetmusic.com. So we've got both our albums are available on the website, and so we have merchandise. We have t-shirts. This is a t-shirt, and so in different sizes. You would now if you order through the website and you want us to sign it, we can certainly do that. There are also physical copies of the CD are available on Amazon. The only thing is if you order it off Amazon, like there's no way if you prefer us to sign it for you, there's no way to do it. You order from there.
So order it from our website, Paint the Town. The CD version has a special bonus track that you can't get online. So that's yet another reason why you should get the real copy of it. So you won't be disappointed.
No, I will not be disappointed because Ingram Street definitely has that it factor. You guys have that it factor, and I know you are going to definitely be around a long time. So everybody that's on the live, for those who go back and watch the replay, make sure you go to ingramstreetmusic.com and support these brothers. Their music is amazing. It's great music, and that's the thing what I miss when you go back and how do you guys feel about some of today's music? Artists, they pop up with a song, and that's okay. And maybe not the quality, or maybe the work that you guys probably put in your work, especially being indie artists. And then you have some of these guys that pop up with songs and they're #1 on the Billboard, and you like, man, I've been grinding. And y'all have any comments about that? How do you feel about that?
Well, I respect anybody's art, first of all. So anytime somebody puts something down musically, and if people gravitate towards it, hey, that's more power to them. I think that's an awesome thing. It's just that with us, we like music, the kind of music that we're used to listening to. I mean, we're talking about from our parents' music,
right?
I mean, maybe all the way back to the 50s, Jackie Wilson and like Sam Cooke. So we're talking about from that era all the way to today. Music has always moved. It's always an emotional experience. When you listen to a song, it should move you. When you listen to Here and Now by Luther Vandross, and it gets to that part, starting here and I'm starting now. So when you get to that part, what happens? When Luther hits that run, it just like sends chills through you.
Right. And
so we just always, when we make music, we hope that the audience feels that same way. We want to give them that same feeling. Right. And the music can move you in different ways. I think sometimes today, if you go out to a club and you hear a hip hop song today, it's going to hit you different because with the bass, when you hear that bass through the speakers, it's like, man, it's really hitting you. You can't always get that same feel when you play it on the radio. Mm-hmm. So I just think music hits people in different ways. We try to arrange our music in a way that will hit you here. That's really our goal.
And I want to interject that I feel like too, because people say R&B is dead, but that's not true. It's just R&B. R&B is not in the mainstream. However, I will say thank you, Horace. Thank you, bro. But I wanted to say too that you got people like Bruno Mars and Anderson .Paak, Leave the Door Open. That is the jam, and it is classic R&B, and it's like in the top of the charts. So it shows that if they can make a song like that and it go well, then there is hope. And R&B never really left. It's just
it's just because it's not in the mainstream. You gotta dig a lot more. There's a lot of quality music out there. And I was looking at a stat earlier today as far as music that's released on all digital platforms. They say it's like something like 24,000 a week or something astronomical. So there's music coming out all the time. There's still quality R&B. It's just back in the day where you had your Brian McKnights and your Luthers were on the top of the radio. You just don't see that as much. It's like it's now moved more independent and underground.
Right. So when you think about, like, you know, Miguel and Woody, since you're independent artists, if you've had any, you know, what's been like your biggest challenge maybe you guys have encountered since you've been on this music journey?
That's a really good question. Well, being together for as long as we have and being family, and it's like we don't always see eye to eye on everything. Like people think it's just automatically like, and it's not like that because we're two different people. So it's about compromising, and we've had to do a lot of compromising artistically and otherwise to keep the group going as long as we have, because I can't believe we're still singing as long as we've been singing, and things change constantly, you know, and having to adapt to all these different changes. Right. But
and I think too, it's important to surround yourself around. You have to surround yourself with creative people
and positive people
and
too.
Positive people too.
Like-minded.
Yes, because the thing is, man, when you doing something like this, you know, as an artist, it's like everybody is not able to connect with that.
Sure.
Some people might say, you know, like, why are y'all doing that? What are you doing?
Or why are y'all still doing that?
Yeah. Like,
y'all still doing that? What? But
which really that doesn't matter.
You know,
music is timeless. So
music is timeless.
But you can easily let other influences affect you. Mm-hmm. So if you're not constantly reinforcing, you know, your heart's goals and putting yourself in the presence of people that are supporting you, people that are also creative, people that understand and respect your journey, you could easily, you know, lose the fire. So that's the key. Is really, that's been very helpful with us, like kind of recognizing that and just making sure that you know, we're around those types of people. We've been blessed to really have some positive influences in our life to help us along the way, and I'm really thankful for that.
Yes, because the thing is, in this industry, disappointment that's probable. You're going to be disappointed, and having to get over these major blows, that's hard too, because we've had a lot of disappointment. You know, we've had offers for record contracts, but then we took them to, you know, the attorney, and my heart, because I'm like, this is it, you know, this is it. And then they told us, like, okay, did y'all read the fine print? And it was like, y'all are better off. Some of these contracts that we got, they were saying you're better off being independent. So we were like, okay, you know, we got that legal advice. So
and then you learn, you know, watching all these, you know, watching Unsung and listening to other artists' stories, how everybody was signed to some middleman deal. They weren't even signed directly to the label,
which we would have been.
So that's what happened to us. Would have happened to us.
Yeah, we would have been assigned to a middle.
It would have been another story.
And then they would have had the relationship with the major label, which I won't share any of the names of those things. But we would have been the same. It would have been the same story. But it's like it's when you have artists that are so passionate. Every successful artist that we love have been passionate about their music, and that's what made them so successful. So when you have a contract in your face, the emotion of it is, yeah, I want to sign this. And so it takes so much to be like, oh, this is a bad opportunity, because you could think, oh, this is the only opportunity. If we don't do it now, we'll never get another opportunity. But like my brother said, I appreciate the fact that even though we may not be where we want to be, but we're a lot farther than we would have been if we had given up. So
right. So I mean, I think that's important, guys, because would you agree that you think it's very important, and just for being an independent artist and someone on this platform watching you guys, it's important to learn and study and know your history of the business, because you find so many artists that get themselves locked into deals, and, you know, they're like, man, it's almost like selling your soul. You could be locked in something, and if you don't educate yourself and have the right legal advisement, you know, you find so many artists that you never hear anything else about their music anymore.
Absolutely.
Right, because they can't, they're stuck. They can't release any new music, and that's why I won't hear from them anymore, because they're bound to you know, some of the years and years later, you know, and they were like, well, what happened to that person? Because they're, even though I love Unsung, Unsung is my favorite, one of my favorite shows. But you think about, there's so many more artists that could still be covered on Unsung where we're like, where are they at now? They were so talented. What are they doing now?
It's kind of like my grandma used to always tell us, everything that glitters is not gold.
Yeah, that's so important. Nothing like that. That's so true. But you know, so like now, who are you guys currently listening to? Like, if I came to your house and I got in your car, what other artists are you guys listening to besides yourself?
Well, I like John Legend. I mean, it's not as new because he came out last year, but the Bigger Love CD, it won the Grammy of the Year. I think it's my favorite John Legend CD since his second album. Once again, I'm listening to that, and as we talked about Bruno and Anderson .Paak, Leave the Door Open. I'm listening to that. I like Ella Mai, her new song. I like Gwen Bum with Faith Evans. They got a song together. She kind of used the "As Soon as I Get Home" sample, but Faith is actually singing in that song. I can't remember the name of it, but I like it. The list goes on. Oh, I like Usher. I mean, it's kind of old, but Usher, it's like he's another person. Like, it's like I can't wait for his album because the one song he had with Ella Mai and now this song Bad Habits. When that Computer Love beat drops in the breakdown, I have to play that again. So I just got a different mix of stuff.
I don't know if you ever heard of a group called Tuxedo.
Oh yeah, I like them.
They had their duo. Man, these boys is bad, man. Their last album came out in 2019.
Okay.
And I've been listening to them lately, but they take it back to that old school funk, and they even did a remake of one of Snoop's.
Oh yeah, Number One.
Yeah. No, Number One.
Yeah.
I think I heard.
Well, actually, what the DJ produced, he did a lot of production for like Snoop and Dre. Like, he's under their camp, and I can't. Jake One, I think is his name. It's Mayor Hawthorne and Jake One. It's like a little side project, but it's very funky. So yeah.
So when before I let you guys go, when people listen to Ingram Street, what do you want them to take away when they listen to your music?
We want people to have fun.
Yeah.
We want people to be inspired, and we want people to fall in love, like they used to.
That's right. Like, which attracts beautiful possibilities and keeping it special. I told you, make sure you go over to ingramstreetmusic.com and check out these guys. So support them. It's all about support. Go to the website, buy the CD, get one for your mom and them, your auntie them, your cousin and them. Get one for the car, one for the house. But guys, I want to tell you, thank you so much for coming on the show. But before you go, can you tell us about anything that's coming up that you're working on that you can share with us?
Yeah, we this beautiful me. I'm sorry. Keeping It Special is our current video and single, but we are going to be releasing Paint the Town as a video. Okay. That's already shot, so just be on the lookout for that, because that has a step, call out step. Y'all can find out how to do it when you watch the video. So that'll become when do you think that? Maybe like later on this.
Yeah, it should be later this spring. It'll be relatively soon. So keep your ears and your eyes open.
Like my brother said, we be trying to work on some live stuff too, but we don't have anything solid yet. But we're in talks of that. So we're working on doing a big show that we're going to have streamed. So keep your eyes and ears open for that as well. So still a lot of things to come.
Well, I'm definitely looking forward to that. But yeah, I would love for you guys to do like a virtual concert on your page. So, we can, because I can imagine you guys are just amazing live. I just can't wait to see you perform. And don't forget, next time y'all do a video, call a brother.
Okay.
All right, man.
Hey guys, thank you so much. Don't forget, go to ingramstreetmusic.com and check out the group Ingram Street. Thank you, brothers. You have my support. Anything I can do on my end to continue to support your music, you're definitely added on my playlist on a Saturday Jazz Affair. And hey, I'm just a phone call away.
Jazzy, man, thanks for having us on, man. We appreciate it. This was a good time, man. We always enjoy connecting with you.
I appreciate it. Well, y'all stick around and don't go anywhere, okay, guys? But
All right.
and we'll be right back. Hey guys, thank you all so much for joining me on the show Artist Talk. That was our group pop, group R&B soul, Ingram Street. Don't forget to join me on tomorrow on 90.7 FM WVAS, a Saturday Jazz Affair at 10 a.m. That's WVASFM.org. Thank you so much for the comments for everyone on the show tonight. Go over to KWard Radio, my YouTube channel, subscribe to the page, KWardRadio.com. Make sure you put in your email address. Any artists that would like to be featured on the show, all of my contact information is listed there. Any monetary support you would like to support the show, PayPal, Cash App is listed there. I'm Jazzie KWard. Thank you so much for joining me for another edition of the show. Remember, make sure you take care of yourself and be kind to others. See you.
Being with you is beautiful. Holding you is beautiful. Is there a possibility for us? Baby, touching you is beautiful. Kissing you is beautiful. Is there a possibility for love? It's been so heavy in my mind, constantly playing all the time. So many expectations and unseen revelations. Anxious, anticipating. Oh yes, I've been here waiting to figure out this love. And if it's real between me and you, baby,
A live one-on-one conversation, 30 minutes of pure entertainment with musicians, writers, and actors to motivators, chefs, and even rappers to up-and-comings with the it factor. It's the Jazzie KWard coming at ya.